everyone. So my name's Mary. This is my new page. It's called Crazy Tells, and it is going to be my new craft page where I'm going to do some different crafts for you guys, and you guys can follow along. You can go out and do your own crafts if you want. Nemo, my cat's trying to get here. So, I had posted that I was going to show you guys how to make these little Valentine teddy bears here. And I got majority of the supplies for this at Walmart and Dollar Tree. I got a big package of the little foam hearts from the Dollar Tree. It has different little sayings on it, so I got those from the Dollar Tree. And I got this jar. I am not really sure where the lid is. I got this jar of buttons from the Dollar Tree. So you can go to the Dollar Tree. I actually found these up by the cash register. So you might have to hunt around. I was expecting them to be like back by the craft department, but they were actually up by the registers. So sometimes you gotta remember to check those little end caps there by the register. Sometimes they had some really good stuff there. So you can use buttons. You can go and get like the little pre-made little pom-poms, these little black ones. You can get those. You know, you can just whatever you want to use that's dark for eyeballs. So my cat is trying to help way too much. Nemo, go away. Alright, let me get my hot glue gun. So you're gonna need your hot glue gun, some different yarn, just whatever colors you want. I had gotten these two from Walmart, and I had actually found these at the Dollar Tree. So you'll need those. Get my hot glue plugged in so that it can be warming up. If you are joining live, please spread the love and, you know, tell your friends, invite them to join. If you are replaying, comment replay in the bottom in the comment section so that I know who is my replay players there. My hot glue gun is kind of a mess right now. So other than that, we will be jumping in and getting this little teddy bear made here in a few minutes. Gotta let my hot glue gun warm up, and trying to peel some of the... It accidentally, I guess, slid into a pile of hot glue. So I have like a huge chunk of hot glue on it now on the side. I have a really cheap, it was actually a hand-me-down hot glue gun. So I'll show it to you guys. It's just a little bitty one. I'm hoping to get a new one, possibly maybe for my birthday. I don't know. If anybody wants to give me one that's nicer. Yeah, that's gonna be probably my birthday present, is getting a new hot glue gun. So I really want one that has a little trigger. But anyways, okay, now that I got some of that hot glue off my gun. Oh, I also got these little silicone fingertips. They're called finger protectors by Crafter Square. It comes with 3, and they're silicone, and it helps protect your fingers when you're working with hot glue so that you don't burn your fingertips. So you can get those from the Dollar Tree. I think I'm gonna wear them on these fingers when I get going, but I'm gonna set those to the side for now. And grab a drink here. Alright, so there's several different ways to make these little pom-poms. I think I'm going to make a mini bear, but there's several different ways to make little pom-poms. You're basically going to need something to wrap your yarn around. You can use old toilet paper roll, your fingers. The other night I was using my sticky roll that I haven't unwrapped yet. So there's many different ways. You can kind of just decide how you want to do it. Pick your favorite method and just go from there. My cats are all over my table today. They're like wanting to help us. So you could even like use a cup, just some to help you. I think we're going to use this again because I really liked the size that this made. So you just kind of hold your finger down and just start wrapping. And I just kind of wing it, you guys, to be honest. I don't count how many times I go around. Depending on the size that you're wanting to make will depend on, you know, how much you wrap and how big of a, you know, circle you're going to want. Sorry, you guys, my dog. Alright, so then just cut that and kind of just set it to the side for a second, and then cut yourself a good piece string. Okay, and then you're going to carefully slide this off your cylinder. So that's like that. And then you're going to take your string. I'm going to have to like find my old tripod for bring it out so when I'm doing these videos you guys can see better. So you're just going to want to put it around your center like that. And then you're going to do a little, I call it a cross knot, to pull it tight like that. Okay, and then I like wrapping mine around to the opposite side. So kind of find your center here, wrap the string around. There we go. To the opposite side. And then I'm going to make another little crisscross knot and pull it tight. I like to get mine as tight as I can. And then I'm going to pull that side, you know, find my center and wrap it back around. And this time I'm going to actually knot it. If you guys like my crafts but are not crafty yourself and are interested in buying anything that I make, please let me know. So then, you know, do your little crisscross knot, and then this time do another knot on this side to finish it off. Pull it tight. Alright, so now you have this lovely thing here. Kind of fluff the one side up. There we go. So you have this little bun. So you're going to take your scissors and you can cut your little loose ends here. I normally cut them pretty tight to the thing. And then you're just going to kind of slide your scissors, I don't know if you can see that, through like that. And just, you know, cut all these open. All these loops that you had made. There are a lot of tutorials on YouTube on how to make pom-poms. That's what these are called. So if you want to get on YouTube and find another method that's easier for you, you can. There's also like little gadgets that you can buy that's supposed to like help you make the perfect pom-pom. Then I just kind of go through, make sure that I got all my loops. Sometimes I miss some. There's one. Okay. So then you have, give it a little shake. You have a little pom-pom. But we're not done. We're going to kind of trim this guy up and give him a haircut. So you're just going to kind of flatten him out and just kind of trim the long ones here. And then flatten him in another direction. Just want to try to get all the sides to be kind of equal. And it is not showing any comments or anybody on here yet. So if you are here, leave me a mess, you know, give me some hearts or something, because as of right now, it doesn't look like anybody's on. I know sometimes Facebook is funny and doesn't show you when people are on. Alright, I think that's a good size. So, to fluff this up even more, I take a little pin needle and very carefully just kind of pick the ends of the yarn. See how much, I don't know if you guys can see the little area that I'm doing, how much more fluffier it looks. But you gotta be careful because you don't want to accidentally grab a hold of a piece of yarn and pull it out of your pom-pom. So gotta kind of be careful doing this, and you don't want to accidentally stab yourself. But I know some people say you can like roll them around like this and it helps fluff them up. It kind of does, but I think taking a needle and doing some fine picking like this really helps fluff it up and make it fuller. See, I accidentally got a hold of one and pulled it out. So you gotta be careful not to do that. That one's wanting to come out too. Go ahead and pull it out. Taking too big of chunks is the issue. The trick is to take little bitty picks. You don't want to get too deep into your pom-pom, because then you end up pulling out a full piece of yarn like I have done. Sometimes squeezing it like that really helps too, not to pull some out. Looks like I found a piece of yarn that I have not cut. So if there is a craft that you would like to see me do, or a craft that you would like to learn how to do, let me know. Leave me a comment or send me a PM. And if I know how to do it already, I'll definitely make a video. If I don't know how to do it, and if it's not going to cost a whole bunch of money to get the supplies and stuff like that, then I would definitely look into it, because I'm always learning new, how to do new crafts. So, sorry for the background noise. The puppies are wanting to play. So, alright, so if you got any stragglers that are sticking out like I do, just kind of take your scissors and just kind of reshape it. Sometimes you can even kind of take your scissors and kind of help break up the yarn. Just kind of trim it up just like that. Okay, I'm gonna do another little roll here, kind of make it a little ball. There we go. There's a few more. Sometimes I feel like I get carried away with trimming. My OCD kicks in and I'm just like, it's not perfect. There we go. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to clean off my pile here. You kind of make a mess with yarn strings. Kind of a little dumpster here. My little dumpster, my little trash can. Alright. So, I pre-made this one. So now we got two. So, that's what you're going to need to do. You can make a smaller one for the head and a little bit bigger one for the body. Just like the steps that I just showed you. And now I'm going to show you guys how to make these tiny ones here. So if you want to grab a fork, or you can use your fingers, And you're just gonna wrap the yarn around. Okay. Until you get a amount that you feel like is a good amount. Like I said, I'm not precise on this. I just go until I feel like it's good. So I'm gonna cut that. We're gonna cut, I always like more than less for my tying string, because I just feel like it's easier to grab a hold of if you have more. So on the fork, what you can do is kind of put your string in between the fork. I don't know, can you see that? And then that way when you slide it off, you have the center there. And then, just like the big one, you know, do your little crisscross here so that you can kind of cinch it down, make it snug. Make it snug, and I'm gonna wrap it. Sounds like the puppies found a bone to chew on. It's like all my animals are in here with me right now. I got both cats and my dog and then my boyfriend's dog all here with me crafting. And I'm gonna make another little cinch knot here. I'm gonna make it nice and tight, and I'm gonna go around to the other side. I don't know if you guys can see this here. You see that? How I just kind of push it through to get it back to this side. And I just knot it again. This time, since it's my third time, I normally just go ahead and tie it off. I'm gonna make it super tight. This time, go ahead and knot it. Alright, so then I'm going to cut the strings off, the extras, and do just like the big one and stick your scissors in and just start cutting these loops that you made. The little pom-poms are a little bit harder to work your scissors through if you have a bigger pair of scissors. I should have gotten my small scissors out for my small pom-poms, but that's okay. And you just cut away. Alright, so got all of the loops cut, so now just going to go through and kind of trim them up, get all the stragglers cut here. And then I'm trying to decide what I want to do next week, what craft I want to do. I'm thinking about doing a Valentine's wreath, so if you guys want to join me for that, you can. I'm thinking Sundays are going to be our live days. So I will probably go live sometime next Sunday. That's if I get all of my supplies together. That's what I think we're gonna do. Alright, so I like that. So I got my 2 little balls. This one seems to be a little bit bigger than this one. That's okay. You can trim it down some more to make it that same size, or you can save this bigger one and use it as a leg, and then the smaller one for an ear. And Ellie, my one cat, is up here and she is about to get her tail in the hot glue. And she knocked my silicone things off. Alright, so let's go ahead and we will make another one. This time I'm going to use my fingers. Show you guys how. So you just take 2 fingers and hold your string and just wrap it around. Actually, I'm going to do it a little bit looser. There we go. So sometimes holding your fingers apart really helps. And just a few more times. Right. So then cut your string and cut a string for your tie. So then what you can do when you're using your fingers is you can kind of do like what I did with the fork and pull the string in between. Get one of your tails here. Get it back around. So get it like that. And then slip your fingers out. And that way you have it together. Okay. And then trying to get a hold of my knot here. There we go. And tie it tight. I accidentally pulled that string out, but that'll be okay. Tight. Wrap it. Where did my other string go? Oh, there it is. Okay. So you're gonna tie it tight. Wrap it. Tie it tight again. This time, when I wrap it around, I am going to tie my knots. I'm going to do this on the table so it's a little bit easier for me to hold. So yeah, I need to get another camera so that I can angle it differently so that you guys can see my work surface and how I'm doing this. I feel like that's going to be better than how I have my phone set up now. There we go. Alright, so just, you know, cut those ends off. And then this one's not as tight as the other one. I made it a little bit looser, not as many wraps. So So it's not going to be, it's going to be probably smaller like the one. So it's going to be perfect for the ear. Alright. Trim it up here. Ellie, you're getting ready to get into some hot glue if you don't stop. Alright, yeah, that one is closer to that one. So I think I'm actually going to trim a little bit more off this one. The one side's a little long. There's that for us. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to clear all this mess off from trimming. All my trimmings off here. I'm going to see if I can do something here with the camera to make it easier for you guys to see. Let's see here. Let's see if this is easier for you guys to see, but then let's see if I can do this. Okay, so my cat knocked my other rubber into the alright. I think I'm going to put it on these two, and then I think I'm actually this little thing I actually got in like a little, it was like a yarn kit to, those yarn loom things. So I'm going to go ahead and get these glued together for you. So all you do is kind of separate the hair here. Put some glue there. And then hit your ball here and then kind of pinch it together. Pinch it together. That's what's good about having these silicone finger protectors. Alright, so then you can kind of fluff him back up after you squished him. Get any hot glue off of him. So this is going to be a little bit smaller one than my other one because I wanted a little bit smaller one. You can kind of fluff the hair, kind of trim the hair some. Alright, so I need my two smaller pom-poms now, and we're going to just kind of find a spot here on the head like that. Take your hot glue gun, put some there, and pinch it together. And then if you get some strings on him, some hot glue strings, you can just kind of pull it out like that. Alright, so there's the one ear. Ellie, you are dangerously close. Ellie, guys. There's Ellie. she is destroying the bag of hearts. She knocks them all into the floor. Okay, take my other pom-pom here. And find another little spot here. Some glue. And pinch it together like that. Now, if you do not have these things to protect your fingers, you can use like some popsicle sticks to kind of help push it down. Really anything, or just very carefully with your fingers do it. Alright, just kind of trim this guy up a little bit more. Trim him up a little bit. Alright, so there is your bear so far. So, we're gonna get these stragglies right here. So, then you can take your bigger pom-pom, which I'm gonna have to make some more. So, before I glue this one on, I'm gonna need to make some more. Let me know if this view is better for you guys. That way I know if it's easier to see this way than the other way. Alright. Oh goodness. Alright, so let's get some more of my burgundy yarn here. Move that hot glue gun out of the way. Okay. So, just gonna kind of hold it on there. Okay. So, somehow or another, I just got that, I don't know if you can see that, I just got that looped right there. I'm just gonna pull it off, undo this a few times. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. It's okay. Just to redo it, because if you rather do the fork like this, like you're eating some spaghetti, you can do it like that. That way you don't accidentally get your yarn in between the fork prongs there. This way is faster though. Alright, you see, kind of adjust it here. Doesn't feel quite as thick as the one that I had made earlier, so gonna do a few more wraps here. Some fuzz there. My camera's trying to, there we go. I think that actually might be too much, but we can always trim it down. So cut it, set it to the side so that you can get your other piece, and then your fork. Put it in like that. Just slide it off. I guess it's technically called like an underhand knot. For this project, I call it like my cinching knot. So then I cinch her up. Find where my yarn goes in between right here to pull that one around. Pull that one around. Do another underhand knot, which I've been calling my cinch knot. Make it tight, and you kind of want to hold tension on this to help keep it together. And some of your different yarns is going to be harder to do this with than others, because some of them are more like silky, so they'll want to slip. Alright, so then this is my last one, so I kind of do an underhand knot, and then I guess that would be an overhand knot if we're getting technical on our knot terms here. And just cinch her down. Alright, and then going to trim those. And under and make a cut. I hope the light from my window isn't too much. Maybe I need to... Is it too much? Is that better? Can you guys see better now? I felt like there was a little bit of a glare from the sun coming through the blinds there. And now Nemo is up here. Nemo and Ellie are my cats. For anybody that's just joining. Nemo, stop. They are wanting to get into all my craft stuff. Alright, I think I got them all cut, so... Now we're just going to trim this one up. No, Nemo. So, there's my two little pom-poms. Probably trim a little bit more on this one. Make it a little bit more. There we go. So now they're about even. So then, all you would do is, you know, make 2 more sets of those so that you can, if you want legs and hands. Some people, you know, might just want one or the other, or you can leave it as it is if you don't want legs. Just, you know, do you, however you like it. Stick the pom-pom there and squish it together. Okay. So, let me move that out of the way so you can kind of see him. So there's my teddy bear so far. And we're going to do one on this side. If I can get the string kind of untangled here. There we go. And we're going to put a dot. And to squish it. Oh, that one's not wanting to stay. Might have to get a little bit more hot glue there. Kind of fluff him up here. Sometimes you gotta, you know, kind of just mess with it and fiddle with it. Kind of fluff them, trim them a little bit more. Doing here. And I am going to add some more hot glue there because that one's not wanting to stick quite as well as I would like it to. And kind of fluff them up here. Squish those little arms on him. There we go. Here's some of my extra fuzz off. Up here. Get rid of that extra trimmed off of him. Alright. So, there we go. So that's our teddy so far. He's starting to look like a teddy bear. Get some more of my tea there to drink. So, and Nemo's going to make his presence. I'm trying to decide what heart to put on this little teddy bear of ours that we're making. What color I want to put on him. So my bag came with several different ones. I don't know. What color did I use on my first bear? I used white on him. You know, this purple, I don't know, purple kind of clashes with the burgundy, I feel like. Let's see here. What about, I think we're going to do a pink or yellow. We also got orange, but let's see here. We could do a Love you in yellow. I kind of like the yellow on, with the burgundy. So I think that's going to be the one that we use. So I'm going to set that aside. Alright. Let's make 2 more pom-poms. So we'll set him out of the way for a second. Grab my yarn here. Grab my fork here. Not paying attention to what I'm doing. Trying to decide if I want to use a little black pom-pom on this one or if I want to use buttons. I think the buttons turned out pretty cute. So I might have to just do that. But I hope everyone had a good New Year's. I didn't make it to midnight. I hardly ever make it to midnight. I normally end up falling asleep or just going to bed. I get up early for work most days, so I normally go to bed pretty early. I've always kind of been like that, though. Oh, sorry for that, you guys. The doggies got too rough with each other. Sometimes I get to roughhousing and accidentally get too rough with each other and makes the other one scream. Get hold of my string. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to just set that one aside for now because we're going to go ahead and make the other leg real fast. Well, it really doesn't take much time to make these. The longest thing is just, you know, actually making your pom-poms. Alright, that's probably good. I think I might have slide it up there. They are going to town on that bone back there. I think I'm gonna also show you guys for Valentine's Day how to make paper flowers out of coffee filters. I think that's going to be one of my crafts too for Valentine's Day themed. Just cinch it down. This time, we're going to tie an under knot and an over knot. Alright. Being a little quiet today because I'm not seeing any comments, so I have no one to really talk to. And to be honest, I don't know what to talk to when I don't, what to talk about when I don't see comments, Some days I can carry on a conversation by myself. Other days, it's like today, I'm just like, I don't know what to talk about today, you guys. It's just kind of a foggy Sunday here in Missouri. Kind of quiet. Dogs are playing. Okay. I think I got them all cut there. So I got that one done. Now let's get this one finished. If I can get sometimes those little kids craft scissors that are smaller work way better when you're doing smaller projects like this. So if you're at the Dollar Tree, you might just grab yourself a pair of those too. Now the yarn sometimes is hard to find at the Dollar Tree. I was lucky and found some colors that I liked. So that's one thing that is going to be kind of hard to find if you're wanting to make this an all Dollar Tree craft. Now if you don't mind buying some yarn from Walmart, paying more than $1 for it, then go to Walmart or another craft store. You got so much more choices there than the Dollar Tree. I feel like the Dollar Trees here near me, their yarn selection is normally very little, if they have any at all. So, but I do really like this dark burgundy color that I found there. You can also go to Dollar Tree's website and order stuff to be shipped to your local Dollar Tree, and then you can go pick it up. So if you know you're going to be making a lot of crafts, say you're going to be making a lot of stuff with yarn and you really like a certain color, if you like the quality of it, order a case, depending on, you know, how many's in a case. Sometimes you wouldn't want to do that, but sometimes you can even order less than what a full case is, and they'll ship it to the Dollar Tree, and you can go pick it up, and then that way you know that you're gonna get what you want, and not just show up and, you know, hope that they have it in stock. Because their craft section gets picked over pretty fast. You know, it's sometimes hard to get certain craft stuff there because people know that their craft section is getting pretty good for being a Dollar Tree. So sometimes it's kind of hard to get what you want. Alright, pop my little silicone fingertips back on and grab another hot glue gun stick, glue stick here. Alright, I need like a I need a stand for my hot glue gun, is what I need. Or I can just get a new one, like I was saying, because this one is starting to get old. Alright, I'm going to try to do this on camera for you guys. Let me fix this so that you guys can see better. Alright, so just pull the hair apart here, find a good spot here, put a good squirt there, put your pom-pom there, and squeeze away. There we go. Alright, let's do the other side. About right there. Pop glue in. Pom-pom in and squeeze away. Okay, let's see how our little teddy's looking. Sure he's good, and throw the hot glue gun to the side for a second. And I'm going to trim my teddy bear up here. I got some I got a little bit of the fuzz from the darker pom-poms in him here, so I'm gonna kind of pick through that and kind of clean that up a little bit. Kind of give him a haircut. Some stragglers. Okay. Get his belly kind of cleaned up there. There we go. Get some of the fuzz away. This does kind of make a mess, I will tell you guys that. I'm going to cut a little bit more of his face. Trim up his face a little. Alright. There we go. Okay, so there is your little teddy bear. Okay, see him? Yes. Alright, let's do the eyes now. And trying to decide, do I want to do little pom-poms? No, I think we're gonna stick with the buttons. I just think the buttons are really cute. Alright. Oops. Glue off. Just got it there. This is the bad thing about the buttons, is you gotta kind of have to clean the top side of the buttons off after you get them glued down, because the hot glue comes through them. Alright, so there's one eyeball. We'll get it cleaned up here in a second. Do the other one. Ooh, that was a lot of glue. You don't have to be perfect. Nope. Okay, so let's clean up these eyeballs a little bit. I don't know where my needle went to, so I'm just gonna kind of press this down with my fork here. Going to let that cool. Push that one down. So I'm gonna let that cool down a little bit so that I don't move it around too much. And while that is cooling, we're going to do the nose. Just put the dot right there. That together. Alright. Just grab the fork so that we can kind of... This nose might be a little big for this teddy bear. That's okay. We're going to kind of bury this nose. See much of it. And pull some of the hot glue out. Alright, so see that? Oops. You just take your scissors and cut it off. Alright, and then going to trim up around the eyes a little bit. Kind of take your nail and kind of pick some of the hot glue that came through the buttonholes off. Kind of clean it up some here. Cut the yarn that got glue on it off some. And I want him to have kind of a peekaboo nose. I don't think I want his nose to be sticking out as much as the other one I made, because I feel like this button just is a little too big to be a nose on this smaller bear. So, alright, clean up a little bit more of the glue here. Just grab your needle or your little pick to kind of work some of this glue off the button. Bad thing about the hot glue gun and the buttons. So, I'm going to trim as best as we can without taking too much off. And trim some on the side. Kind of push that up some. Get some of this yarn that has glue on it off. You know, just play around with it until you like it. So, I think I'm going to trim just right there a little bit more. Work some more of that glue off here. So what you could also do is possibly use like fabric glue that dries clear. I also thought about trying to possibly sew the buttons on, see how that works. So, clean all this extra fuzz that I've trimmed off of him. I'm going to pull these off. Fluff him up. Kind of see that he has a nose but doesn't have a nose, because I wanted this one to be a little bit more hidden. Gonna pick some of the glue here. And rub the button some to get some of the extra hot glue off. There we go. Oops, knocking stuff over. Alright. Can you guys see him there? I think a little bit more trimmed on that side. Alright, there we go. There's, oh, get that long piece of hair out of his eye. There's our little teddy. Alright, so we were going to do this I love you in yellow. And it's just a foam heart sticker that I got from the Dollar Tree. So if you want to, you can just pull off the sticky back and put it on him, or you can actually glue it on there. On this one, on the first one I glued it. On this one, I'm going to see how it turns out just sticking it on there, because it is pretty sticky. Just kind of press it on. I think that right there, give him a little neck stretch there. Sometimes you just gotta kind of fluff them up and move them around, get them to sit how you want. There you go. Clean some of this fuzz off of him. Clean the fuzz there. I think we'll trim a little bit more here off. There we go. Alright, so there are my two titties that I made with two different types of yarn. This was out of all Dollar Tree yarn and Dollar Tree products. And this one was out of yarn that I got from Walmart. And then the Dollar Tree buttons and little sweetheart there. So you guys can, you know, play around with it, see what you like, you know, do whatever you like. I did want a smaller one because I actually think I'm going to put him on a wreath. So I wanted something a little bit smaller for when I put it on a wreath than the bigger one here. But alrighty, so I hope you guys had a wonderful Sunday so far. Hope you guys have a good week, starting Monday off tomorrow on the right foot. Other than that, let me know what kind of crafts you guys want to see, and I will see you guys later.